And welcome along and welcome back to our Start From Scratch Let's Play here on the Old Farm Countryside. Today we have our extended field 33. We're going to be getting to work harvesting that. So I'm just bringing our Fent over here and parking up here because we're going to need this on the field, or need this up at the field. What I also want to do is we're then going to take our Lexian 760 out and get that harvesting. So let's jump in. It's all folded out already because it's left out from the last time. Starter up and away we go. So we're going to get our headlands cut. Hopefully we're going to get a pretty good yield off this. I think we did manage to get this fully fertilized and fully weeded and everything as well. We do have some patches in the field where our seeder didn't quite work. You can see them sort of at the top of the screen at the moment. So yeah, there are a few places where the ground wasn't quite smooth enough, and I kind of missed course play doing it. So we do have that. That is going to lower our yield a bit, but not too much, thankfully. But hopefully we're going to get a good amount here on the soybeans, and in doing that, we're going to get ourselves in a good place because we are ending this day. So it's sort of 5 o'clock, and we're ending this day with again minus 19,000, which is not good. It's quite a big deficit we're running on here at the moment. And the harvest is the thing that is going to really help pick us up on this. What I want to do while we're running around here actually is just have a look if we're ready for a harvest. Oh, we have got... Oh, no, we can't collect that yet. We'll lose our second tractor. Although I think we probably can. I wanted to hold on to that second tractor a little bit longer. See if we could get ourselves moving with that. In fact, I think that is going to be a really good idea. So we're going to switch over and grab this tractor. And because we want to get this baling contract finished, I think it'd be a really good idea to get this tractor doing our other field and getting that sorted. So we will hook this up to one of our other bits. What have we got on here? We have field 35, which is this. I think our thing will put sunflowers in. We don't have a sunflower header, so it's really corn or we're going to need to put some wheat in if we're going to do if we're going to be doing cows going forwards. I think we've got oats there at the moment. We're going to need wheat. But it's one of those things where I'm not 100% sure exactly what to plant. And I think we could get away, because that has no cultivator on it. Okay, what I think we could get away with doing is putting something on here and getting that field maybe cultivated. I don't think it is in need of... it's not in need of anything other than lime. So we don't have a lime spreader at the moment. We'll have to go and grab one of those. So I'm thinking actually we're going to return this. We're going to finish this contract. Looking at that, our plough and our subsoiler, we don't need to get those working on it. We will return this contract. We'll collect this. So that is completed. So collect that. That will help us. That will reduce the amount. And then we can get back to our contract work here. Get back to our own farm work here with this combine. And then we are in a good place where we're going to be able to start making a bit of money, I think. Completed our first headland and we got 47% in the tank. That's really, really good. So what we'll do is we're in a position where we're going to get the second headland here cut. Having got that cut, we will be in a position where we can empty the combine. And yeah, expanding this field to this size, absolutely perfect. We're probably going to get at least a couple of tanks off here, if not more, and that is going to give us a really good amount. I think we may end up with about 22,000 plus, 22,000 plus litres off here. Absolutely brilliant. That will bring in a handsome amount. Hopefully, we're going to be in a place where we can get the cows set up and things. What I do need to do before we can move forward with cows is we are going to have to get ourselves a... we're going to have to get ourselves some hay. And I need to investigate which is the cheapest way for us to do hay. If we can get a hay contract, which I've not seen, we may be in a good place to do it. Otherwise, we're going to have to get ourselves a mower and stuff and do it that way. But there may be a good way in that for us to be able to do things. There's a class baler that we could replace. I think we might have a baler at the moment. There's a class baler with a wrapper on it that might be a really good way to go if we want to do that. So I'm going to be looking into that as well. At the moment, though, this is bringing in a very nice amount of money, or a very nice amount of yield. Actually, we're 2/3 of the tank full, and it looks like we are gonna have a really good crop off this pretty big field. Coming up to the end of the second headland, and we are nearly 90% full. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get the auger out. Comes up. There we go. Auger out. And let's go empty this before we head into the field. So I'm not too worried about emptying this at 90% because I know this doesn't hold 2 full tanks. This trailer. We want to. We need it to take as much as it can. So doing it sort of 90% is not going to be the end of the world. We are in a really good place with it though. And yeah, this should take all of that it needs to. I do like this class. I don't think this is coming in the class DLC. I think we've got the more modern class combines that are going to be our combines for that. So I'm interested to see those in game, but it's both nice and not. Hopefully these Lexians will get updated by the modders and brought to console. And hopefully they're not too big, but yeah, could really do with we're seeing these Lexians make it to console, I think, and getting an update for the PC maybe as well. So I have set up a GPS course. We are way too close to the edge there with that one, so let's take this row here, hopefully. Right, where are you going? You're going in here. Don't want to destroy the crop, so we'll let it reverse out, line us up, down with the header, and away we go. And straight across the field. I'm just going to disengage GPS because it keeps the beep running. There's a bit of an issue between the enhanced vehicle mod and GPS that sort of causes that issue, where the beep keeps going. But we're okay, that's all sorted. We have got our comb is way above the crop, so we'll lower that down into it a bit. And yeah, that looks all good. So yeah, away we go. Our tank's about 25% full at this point. We are... so we're getting about 10% of the tank a row, so that's 1,100 litres a row, roughly. It's a good yield, it's a good amount. It's obviously as we move further and further across this field, that's increasing because we're getting wider and wider. We're actually cutting the thinnest parts of the field at the moment. But it is a good yield. It's a nice yield we're getting off here. And should do us really well, together with the oats that we've got on the farm, that we've got in storage. This should be really, really good. Let's have a look. So we've got, so far we've got 90%. We've got about 10,000 litres off this field, plus the 3,500 litres we've got here. In storage, we've got, where's our oats? Here we go. So we've got 33,000 litres of oats. Highest price for those at the moment is 1,200 at the grain elevator. Highest price for the soybeans at the moment is 1,700 at Northern Cooperative. We really want to get these sold. That is such a great price. And I'm very tempted to go and do a straight sale. Is that price going up? That price is still going up. So, yeah, I think that's a price to keep an eye on. And I think we're going to be probably selling soybeans sooner rather than later. Because, wow, that will, if we double the price of these, that could bring in like about 50, possibly 50,000. If we get 25,000 litres off here, that could bring in 50,000, which is, or nearly 50,000, which is massive. I mean, that would make a huge difference to our farm. So, yeah, we're going to keep a close eye on those and maybe see if we can get a, if we can find a soybean contract as well, that would be huge. That would be absolutely incredible. So, yeah, we're going to keep our eye out. We're going to keep going on here and hopefully we're going to make enough to get ourselves well established with a cow pasture. Finishing off the bottom end of the field, and we are just under 60% full at this point. That maybe not bodes so well for hitting the 25,000 litres on here that I would like to. I would be happy with 22,000 litres, I should say. 2 full tanks off the combine would be absolutely amazing. It looks like we may just stretch. No, in fact, I think we're easily going to stretch to that. It's how far beyond that we stretch. Remembering, of course, that we were 90% full to begin with. I am very intrigued as to how far we'll get with that. We do have these patches on this bit, but the cut in here should be enough for us to top off and finish off this. As I said, we were down the bottom end of the field. We were getting about 10% a run. We're looking at massively increasing that here. I think we may go up to 15%. If that's the case, we are going to fill up this combine fairly quickly at this point. Yeah, we'll see how that runs and see how that goes. I think we'll try and get the tractor and see if we can empty this on the go. I don't know how successful we'll be that because I'm not sure this field is quite that long, but it might work. It might work. We'll see when we get to about 90%. So we've reached 85%. I'm going to turn this, set it going down the other way. So we'll get in there. We'll get GPS to line us up. We'll turn GPS off. Put the hired worker on. Switch over to here, and hopefully we'll be able to get to our combine before it reaches the end. Because, yeah, I want to empty as we go. So what I said, we got 9,852 in here, so 44%. A full grain tank on our combine should be okay for us. This actually holds 22,000 litres, so this actually does hold twice the combine. So that was something I wasn't expecting. There we go. So it's not going to be quite a full tank off here, but it is going to be a decent amount. And actually, going along and doing this means that we could get slightly more than a full grain tank. So I'm going to leave that there. Come and grab our combine and take the hired worker off it. Start them back up again. So that's good news. That is all done. What I'm going to do is just check how much we've got in that tractor. So we have 92%. We can put in just under another 2,000 litres. So I'm going to take the combine. We're going to do this row here. And I'm going to see, doing this row, how much we get off this. If we can get 2,200 litres, we'll empty that into our tractor. And that will mean that we're able... Yeah, in fact, I'm going to hire a worker there, get back into my tractor, and we'll send that going there. We'll Worker has not continued. Whoa. The brakes on my tractor did not work. Right. Can't hire a worker. I think the hired worker is being... Yeah, the hired worker is being interfered with by the GPS. So the combine does only have 300 in it, but we're going to shadow it along here. Get this emptied. Then the combine is going to come back. I think the combines will come back and get this last little bit here that is hanging about. So that should be good. That'll give us enough time to go and tip this. And then we can go and finish off the other end. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our way in on the other end, I think. I'm not sure there's a massive amount of space for us to do anything else. So combine is coming to the end. We are at... Helper B has completed their task, apparently. So we need to go and tip this. What I'm going to do is send our combine with the helper going the other way. Yeah. So we'll send it going here. Yep, that's good. So that is in there. And we'll go and tip this almost full thing of grain. So we should reach the 25,000. We need only 3,000 litres off the rest of this field, which will be fantastic. You see all the bales we got there. We're really kind of nicely set up for our cows at the moment, even though we're nowhere near actually getting them. Then we're going to have to extend this yard, considering where we're going to put the cow, barn. I think at the end of here, that's not going to be an issue. So tip these. Like so. Do like Alien Jim's barns. They work well. I see the combine make its way up the field. We're going to have to put a road in to across to field 35 at some point. Now that's interesting. Why is this not tipping? There we go. It seemed to be tipping with the dump on ground, which of course it can't do in here. There we are. Back that up a little bit, and away we go. This being a European map, I'm slightly tempted. We don't currently own this Marshall trailer, so I'm slightly tempted to replace it and get a more European brand of trailer. So let me know what you think to that. Should we get something a little bit more European on here that maybe can handle 2 loads from our combine in the same way as this one can? I'm very intrigued to hear your thoughts on that. This map is a good candidate, actually. Right, we need to do that. Down we go, and away we go. Has come in slightly, so that might be a small issue. I think the hired worker has a slightly different working width to our GPS, which is why we have that little row left there. But that's all right, because I think we're in a position here where we're gonna get this here. We don't need the GPS at this point. We just need to make sure that we cover this bit. We have reached 3,000, so we've got over 2,500. Over 25,000 litres of soybeans off here. So we're going to be well over £40,000. But we do have this £20,000 deficit, and in fact, we're going to go into the next day. We may actually, rather depressingly, end up with these soybeans just paying off our deficit, which is actually quite sad. I don't like that. So I don't think that's the greatest thing ever. I think we may have to look at our setup really critically after this, because for our entire harvest to go on just 2 days worth of costs is not good at all. We need to work out how we can make more money at this. So yeah, I think we're going to be going into that, and after this harvest having a reevaluation of where we are. We're about to have a big cost as well, because we're about to have a new hourly cost for this combine as well. It's just hit the 6 hour mark, and the cost of this combine per hour is not cheap, unfortunately. In fact, that's what I've just realised, is that we're back up to 19,000. So we had completed our other contract, or we completed our baling contract. We got our money from that, and then the money has disappeared, and that is because our combine has just cost us another 9,000 to run for this harvest. So yeah, that is not good at all. We do need to be doing more contracts and things with this combine, or return this combine. I think it would be it's a fairly expensive combine to hire every time we're looking to do a harvest, so maybe we need to get a smaller combine on here. But certainly that has finished our harvest off. We've got our soybeans done. We've got another 4,331 soybeans on here. We are going to unload these here, or open that up here, like so. That is all good. I think I know what my issue with getting the pipe out on my side panel is as well, so I'll get that fixed. But yeah, that is all good. This is emptying, in fact has emptied. So let's turn this off. And that is where we are going to leave this video for today, having got our soybeans done and dusted. So yeah, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.